Hello there.
Hello. I just realized I highlighted the wrong link. So like they probably can figure out that you're supposed to click here to join. But I highlighted a longer link to this email. I think I sent like 5 emails in the same thread, so they're like everyone's like, why are you spamming me?
Well, I appreciate it because it means that you're really trying to make sure they're coming to the right spot. So they can get mad if they want to, but it's super helpful.
I'm glad Zoom recognized my microphone this time.
I know. Well, it was not Zoom, it was Teams. Teams
Mm,
is the worst.
yeah, I think last time on Zoom it didn't recognize my microphone either. So both both of them have given me some trouble.
Okay, well, that's good. Just over here unsubscribing to things. Actually, I can't do that one, can I? No. I can unsubscribe. They're satisfying unsubscribing to things. Oops. Huh. No one else is here yet. We are early. Did you get to eat dinner? What'd you have?
I can't really remember, to be honest, like dining hall stuff.
Oh, those were the days. So you
I feel
have
like
a
objectively, our dining hall is probably better than a lot of other schools' dining halls. So I'm like, not gonna complain.
right.
Just like a lot of the same stuff all the time. So
No, that was the annoying part. Always. Oh,
why am I here twice?
uh-oh. How'd you get here twice? What
Someone's
just
hacking my
happened?
computer. I might have. Did I press the link and then it opened up?
Oh, no. Exactly.
Oh, that's right. If you email the link, if you email the link that you're specifically invited to, then everyone's gonna show up your name. I remember that that happened last year too. I was like, wow, someone hacked my computer. I didn't join twice.
So creepy. I know. There was this, it's funny because I was on a call the other day and the same thing happened. And there were like 15. It wasn't me, it was one of my friends. It was like 15 of her. And I was like, and instead of actually changing their name, like some people would just write not Caroline. And I was like, that's not helpful. Like, not Caroline is not your name, but it would be like not Caroline. Uh, okay, Walter Shaw just said he doesn't have a link. Let me find it. Zoom, 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 zoom.
Oh yeah, I think some people probably filled in the form pretty last minute, so like I hadn't
Yeah,
gotten the chance to email. Like if you just send a thing right now, I'm not checking it every minute of the day.
yeah.
Next time I should just write something like if you register before the day of, you are guaranteed to get an oh wow, a lot of people emailed. Okay, I'll just send them 10 minutes before.
Okay, I'm gonna send you this person's too,
Mhm.
because I don't know what he needs. Because I don't, do I have the participant email? I should. Participant email. No, nope. Caroline's in again.
Does mine
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Caroline?
Since I sent you the link, like that was specifically invited to me, I think everyone who joins that link is just gonna have my name. So that's just gonna be like all the people who are attending, like all the high school students, or you guys are high school students too, but all the new students are going to have like their own. But since I sent you guys the panelist link, then you're getting all stuff with my name.
I think that goes to everyone. I saw somebody's hand. Tomas's hand is up. Allowed to talk. All right, Tomas, what would you like to say?
No, I was just I was making sure like that if you guys can see me or not, like.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to see you because it's a webinar, but we will be able to, you'll be able to see us, and then you'll be able to comment and chat and add questions in the Q&A.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Oh, that's fun. I forgot to make you a host. Oh, I'm just going to make you a host, Caroline. So I guess there's people here. Well, welcome, everyone. We're excited to have you here today. Oh no, I should have asked Maria Jose for some musical tunes. I'm just gonna, I legit just Googled power music. This is power music, according to YouTube. Welcome, everyone. We will be getting started at about 7:02 to make sure that everyone is able to enter the room. Caroline, you're coming in again.
Hi all. Good evening. Good to see you.
You're gonna have to change your name from Caroline. Good evening and welcome to everyone who is joining us. We are going to be starting around 7:02. Thank you for being so prompt. We actually have this in webinar mode today because we were expecting a lot of people to show up. So sit back, get your water, run to the restroom, do all the things you may need to do, and we will be starting shortly. Or you could just dance to the music. This is a power mix according to YouTube. Since we are Power, Peer Outreach with Energy Resources, we thought it was appropriate and upbeat. Good evening, good evening. It is 7 o'clock. We are going to give people 2 more minutes to join us in our webinar. 2 more minutes. We see some people joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank y'all for those of you that were super early. We really appreciated it. We have webinar on, so we won't see you. You will see the folks that are presenting, but please feel free to write anything into the question and answer area and we will answer your questions. If there's a way for you to send us a message in the chat, go ahead and do that. And we are going to start at 7:02. Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Unfortunately, we think our chat is disabled right now, but we are trying to work on that. So in the meantime, please use the Q&A section and we can see that.
Can you all tell us if the chat is working now? Not seeing any chat messages, so I'm guessing, okay.
It's not.
It's not, okay. Let's
It's
see.
still it's not. Thank you, Neela. Thank you, Rhoda. That's okay. You can go ahead and just use the chat, the Q&A function. So if the chat isn't working, just go ahead and into the Q&A. I know it's not a question, but we would love to hear who you are and where you are joining us from today. So go ahead and put that in the question and answer section, and we will be able to read it.
Actually, can y'all try now? Is the chat working? All right,
It
great.
works now. Thanks, Rhoda.
Nice.
All right, Neela, yes. All right, y'all. So go ahead. We'll take a few seconds and put your information in the chat. And maybe what high school you attend. All right. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are ready to take off. Maria Jose is going to kick us off this afternoon. Nope, it's this evening. I have no idea what time it is. Take it away, Maria Jose.
Okay, so welcome and thank you so much for joining us. My name's Maria Jose, and you can also call me MJ, and I'm a senior at Gaithersburg High School. So POWER is an internship, and it stands for Peer Outreach with Energy Resources.
So my name is Alexander Luton, and I am a senior at Walter Johnson High School. And so this is my second year in the POWER program, just to introduce myself a little bit. So it is an internship that is a partnership between the Montgomery County Department of Environmental Protection and the Audubon Naturalist Society. And so it's really all the magic, all the incredible work gets done by 3 people who are on this Zoom call with us right now, and that is, if you 3 want to introduce yourselves.
Sure, I will start. Thank you, Alexander, and welcome, 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 everyone. My name is Larissa Johnson, and I'm the Residential Energy Program Manager for Montgomery County Department of Environmental Protection. And I just ate a frog. No, I'm just kidding. Just had a little cough. And I, along with Jeff and Caroline, who are going to introduce themselves, we help make this happen, but it's all because of the students that we're actually able to do this program. So thank you so much for being here this afternoon, this evening. Golly gee willikers, I really want it to be afternoon. And we are so excited that you're here and that you're learning about the program. This is our 5th year of this program. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Jeff?
Thanks, Larissa. Welcome, everyone. Great to see you all tonight, learning about P.O.W.E.R. I am the Green Kids Director with Audubon Naturalist Society. My name is Jeff Chandler, and I just started with Audubon Naturalist Society this summer. So if anyone else is learning about P.O.W.E.R. for the first time this evening, this is my first year of P.O.W.E.R. as well. So I'm excited to enter into this journey with you together this year, hopefully.
Hi everyone, I'm Caroline. I graduated from the P.O.W.E.R program 2 years ago, and right now I'm a sophomore at the University of Maryland. So I've been sticking around with the P.O.W.E.R program to help coordinate, and it's been so great to see this program grow. Right now it looks like there are 46 people in this call. That's really amazing to me because when I started out, P.O.W.E.R was just like, I don't remember how many, but 2 high schools, maybe like less than 10 students total. So it's been amazing. Can't wait to see where this goes.
Okay, so the basics of this P.O.W.E.R program is learning all about energy conservation. You're gonna learn things about efficiency and conservation, and learn how to like introduce that to children. So you're gonna learn how to give presentations. You're gonna learn to organize it, how to like speak and like say that information to people well. And you're going to create fun and interactive scripts for Energy Express library presentations. And the cool thing about that is we have like total control, well, not total control of the script. So we get lots of creative power over what we do. So there's create content for outreach efforts. There's graphics, blogs, posts, podcast recordings. I personally did graphic design and I had lots of fun in that. I prepare props and materials and presentations for tabling events. We actually haven't done much tabling events because of the pandemic, but this year we're gonna be able to do that more. Become fully trained to lead tabling events at Energy Express library presentations. Again, with, you know, learning how to present information. So you're gonna learn a lot about that. And obviously earn us hours, because obviously.
Right. So everything about it, the P.O.W.E.R program, P.O.W.E.R is an acronym for Peer Outreach with Energy Resources. So the energy resources means that you're going to be learning about different types of energy, how energy is conserved, how it is generated, how it is used. And that's going to take place during weekly Zoom meetings. And that is from 7 to 8 p.m. So right about this time now, you would be logging on. You would be going through a different activity that is planned for each meeting. And that could be by either Jeff or Larissa or Caroline, or maybe one of the students. Another thing that we've had in the past, we've had people come in and give presentations on either energy resources and ways of protecting the environment, but also regarding public speaking. And speaking of public speaking, the other half of this internship is the peer outreach. And you have the with there in the middle, that's a W. So with peer outreach, what does that mean? Well, basically, that means that over the summer, you are going to be going to libraries or a recreational center, really getting out there with the the youth in our county. Typically, the aim for our presentation is going to be for elementary school, late preschool, that age range. And so you're going to sign up for at least five. Some people do more presentations. And so you're going to go out to one of our wonderful libraries. You're going to go and you're going to give the presentation that we've spent basically the whole year leading up to and working on. So that's the commitment. And in terms of outside of those meetings and events, there's not a ton. We do meet, and we'll get into this on later slides, we do meet in person to do more specific planning and reviewing for the presentations. But outside of that, the commitment is relatively limited just to our Zoom meetings.
So we have different topics that we talk about or surround our things about every year, and it changes. So obviously you can see in the corner some of the past ones that we've done. And I joined last year and I got introduced to Oceans of Possibility. So our presentations were based around pirates and the ocean, and we made this whole story up about pirates searching for treasure and going along this adventure and finding more power. So you get a lot of creativity with this, and all together now we're gonna like learn how we're going to like surround our things with that, and you will have a chance to give your opinions and give that like voice on how we're going to build this. This isn't something that we give you instructions and you follow. This is something that is student led. This is something that we can all do together now.
So the main focal point of the internship is that at the end of the year, you will, with one or two other people, be able to go to a library and present the presentation that you've had planned. And you can see that's Maria Jose right there in the middle. And it's a lot of fun, but it's a little bit, you have to learn, you have to prepare. My mom is a elementary school teacher, and I never had as much, I had a ton of respect for her job, but I never had as much respect as I did after dealing with elementary school age and the kids. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and you really get wrapped up in the enthusiasm that they bring, but it's also it can be a little bit of a challenge to keep them all focused on the task at hand. So you really get to, with these presentations, you get to engage with an age group who you might not normally be able to work with, and you really get to feel like you're making a difference out there in the community. You're going outside of your high school classroom, and you're getting to talk to people from parts of the county that you would probably otherwise never be able to reach any other way. And just giving the presentations, it's a lot of fun. If you have an interest in any sort of acting or design for theater, we've had parts of the presentation that are singing, we've had dancing, we've had different special routines, really anything that kids are going to love. It's really been in these presentations. So it's really whatever the group decides to make of it. And I think each year it's just an incredible opportunity that we have as interns to go out and interact in such a fun and engaging manner with the community.
And again, with like putting your own voice into this, you get to create, and you get to create with other people, and that's such a important thing. Last year, as you can see in the middle picture, we had the kids make these little like wind turbines, and that was so awesome seeing how these kids kind of like they invented something and you could see how they were learning by those hands-on demonstrations. So we're going to come up with other ways to demonstrate like power conservation and power types and everything. But you get to like show them that, and you get to have this like leadership skills, and again like just like teaching people, and that's like amazing.
So one other thing that we didn't really mention in depth previously that you also have the opportunity to do as a intern in the P.O.W.E.R program is that you can go and represent this program, as well as you can see there in the photo, Department of Environmental Protection at a town hall sort of setting, or a community meeting where you can further your outreach with the community. You can talk with other high schoolers about what you're doing as part of the P.O.W.E.R program. You can learn, both take the opportunity to tell others about how to conserve energy, and also learn more a bit about being environmentally conscientious yourself. As you can see here in the photo on the right, oftentimes these tabling events cater towards a little bit of an older adult demographic. And so this is an opportunity to talk about and use some of the knowledge that you gain, the more in-depth, more technical knowledge about these environmental resources and energy sources. And it is just another way that we can interact with the community and spread the word about doing things that are better for the environment.
So with
I was gonna say, I think you're cutting out. Can anyone hear?
I also lost your audio.
okay, I should
Oh, we
be
can hear you now.
okay. But yeah, we got together and we prepared materials for like the wind turbines, and we did everything, and we kind of prepared everything. We saw how everything was gonna be, and being able to get together like that and prepare like that gave you the sense of like responsibility, and it let you like see the other side. I know usually when we're in classrooms or stuff like that, we always like have like the teachers just give us the stuff, and to be the one like preparing materials was such a fun and different experience. I've like never like prepared stuff.
One other thing that we did last year, and we'll probably be doing again this year, is the community light audit. So what is a light audit? Actually, a light audit is where we go around. We have these cameras distributed to us, the interns, and we travel to different locations. That could be at a school, or a local restaurant, or even a library, or inside your own home. And these cameras have been actually modified so that it sees through the, I believe, the UV radiation that the light bulbs emit. And through that, you can actually tell, just by pointing the camera at a light bulb, how efficient it is being, and how much energy it is using efficiently versus how much is being wasted due to heat loss and inefficiency. So that is another opportunity to get to, do a little bit of a check, a review of how well your area is doing in terms of its environmental, how much it's doing to protect the environment, and whether or not it is being energy conscious with its use of light bulbs, which use up a lot of energy and a lot of electricity. Actually, you'd be surprised how much it uses, especially when you're not using the most efficient light bulb available.
So this is just a breakdown of the schedule. We're gonna, you guys send in your applications, we review it. And then from then on, if you get accepted, you're gonna have weekly meetings, and every once in a while we're gonna have no meetings because we have different things. But first we get to know each other, and then we learn the material and we prepare. But for the first half, we're gonna know each other. And knowing each other is a lot more important than you think. Building community with each other is a super important thing. And you need that not only for engagement and stuff, but you need that for communication. It's a lot easier to communicate with the people that you know rather than strangers. So if you do get accepted and you come in with an open mind and come in ready to be open with people.
And here's just more of the schedule. Typically, the P.O.W.E.R program will run from November, and then we'll continue with breaks for holidays and spring break, aligning, of course, with the MCPS calendar, obviously because we are students at MCPS. And in June, as we've mentioned, we get together in person to help plan the Energy Express presentation. And then in very late, right at the end of June and all throughout July and August, we are going across Montgomery County and we are presenting the Energy Express presentation.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what to do for this slide.
Very good. This slide was here for any of the other P.O.W.E.R students who are currently on our team. If they were going to come to this meeting, you could hear from them as well. But looks like it's just us. So, this slide you already heard from Alexander and Maria Jose. So I guess we can just leave it open for questions from the audience. Feel free to type any questions you have in the chat or do the through the Q&A. I see a question saying, can you apply as a high school senior? Yeah, you can apply regardless of what grade you're in, as long as you're an MCPS student. So go ahead and continue typing your questions and we'll answer them as they pop up, but why don't we go ahead and get into how to apply.
So how you're going to apply is, oh, I see there's a question that popped up. In the schedule, did it show that there will be presenting in April during the school year? I'm not exactly sure what it says in the schedule, but typically when it says presentation, that means that we're going to be, I guess, continuing to plan and work on the presentation. Typically what we do is we first, during the March that you see, we come up with the idea, what the theme is going to be, what the topic is going to be. And then during April and May and even into June, we'll start crafting and really getting down and learning and memorizing our script that we're going to use during the presentation and what activities we're going to use and how we're going to be interacting with the kids. So I guess to answer your question, where it says Energy Express presentation, that is still planning. And then I assume the June 29th meeting. That'll probably be the last one before we get into July, and then the presentations will begin.
And our meetings are virtual, but every once in a while we're gonna have in-person activities and events, like the tablets and the light audits. Those are going to be in person.
Alexander, if I could add on to the question about sort of the schedule too, and in the late winter, that will also be a section of the schedule when we'll have guest speakers coming in and joining us to share from local energy utilities, other organizations that have relations and connections to this work. So just to add in some other parts of what will be happening as we prepare for designing the Energy Express presentation.
Another question. Where would the locations be and where would we meet? So that's a good question. So our meetings are, to answer another question, all of our meetings from now until January would be 7 to 8 on Zoom. And I don't think there's any deviation from that. There are a few weeks where we wouldn't have a meeting due to holidays. And then in January, we're still figuring out the exact specific dates, but that's when we would meet in person to try to do and work on the light audits activity. And of course, last year, that was unfortunately interrupted by COVID. And of course, that's not as much of a concern this year, but it still kind of goes to show that the in-person stuff, at least at this point, I don't think there are any exact specifics on that, but just for the most of the year, it would be these meetings and then 1 or 2 instances where we would be in person. And where would the location of that meeting be? That would be, again, not exactly nailed down at this time, but typically in the past we have met at the main office of the Montgomery County Department of Environmental Protection. And I'm blanking on what town that's in off the top of my head. Wheaton, yeah, that's right. And it's a really nice building. We'd go up and there's a couple of meeting rooms, and that's where we worked on last year, the Energy Express presentation planning. And it's just a fun, nice place to be when you're working with your group of friends that you've made throughout the year. And then, of course, over the summer, the live in-person presentations are going to be at various libraries or recreational centers across the county. So that could be anywhere from Germantown to Silver Spring to Kensington to Potomac to Chevy Chase. So basically all across the county. You get to go anywhere where the county is. We've probably presented there. Just about we're going to hit every library.
I'm seeing a question in the chat about the multimedia response. It would be helpful to just click through the application so you can see what it looks like before you start filling it out. The multimedia response down here is any kind of creative presentation you'd like to create based on one of these above questions. So we're not looking for, like, you know, to make a Marvel movie or anything like that. It doesn't have to be super fancy. You can record yourself saying something on your phone. You can use an online software that does animations and you can, like, put in the text. Just any way you want to create this presentation. It doesn't have to be a video. It could be a, well, actually, yeah. So it could be a slideshow, poster, video. So if you would rather, like, make a graphic, any kind of creative way of answering one of these questions. So that's kind of something you're going to be doing a lot throughout the year. During the internship, you're going to be creating informative and engaging ways to share information. So this is kind of just a preliminary, getting you right into it kind of thing, but shouldn't be super stressful. Don't worry about like whether your camera is high quality or not. Just have fun. That's all we're looking for.
There's a question saying, is it okay to skip a few meetings? Yeah, absolutely. I missed a lot, not a lot. I missed my few shares of meetings, but after each meeting, like this one right here, it's being recorded. So Caroline usually sends out a link or something to the recorded video, and you can catch up that way. And if not, then like we'll catch you up in the next meeting, and like it's okay to not come to every single meeting. Try to though.
Yeah, Maria Jose, if I could add on to that too, I think as you're joining, it is a sort of commitment to the group, especially as we get closer to the presentations too, of wanting to be able to share and collaborate together. And then as we start thinking about delivering the presentations at the libraries, that'll be a part. We'll want everyone together as much as possible in order to be part of that planning process and to include your voice, to make sure everyone's included, which is sometimes easier to do synchronously, if we're all together. So we do hope that you can, be present, be part of the conversations and the learning as much as possible during the scheduled meetings. And like Maria Jose, said, we understand if things comes up, we want to make sure that we can work with you to still have you be part of the process.
Agree with that. Definitely. I wouldn't say that you have to come to all the meetings in terms of missing stuff. And of course, Caroline would send out the recording, and that's one of the benefits of being on Zoom, that you can go back and watch the meeting after it happens. But it is definitely something that you should really strive to do, to go to as many meetings as you can. And so I don't know, I guess I'll just say that I went to, I went to every meeting, but I might have missed one last year. And I think that going to all the meetings and listening to all the speakers and doing all the activities to prepare for the presentation really set me up well in order to have a great deal of success when I was out there at the libraries and I was interacting with the students and also the parents. I had the right public speaking skills. I had the knowledge regarding various environmental concepts and ways and means to save energy. So it's not like we're going to kick you out if you don't go to every meeting, but it is definitely it's a responsibility that you have as being accepted as an intern. And so yeah, there it is.
Just to reiterate, we are accepting applications from all students of all grade levels. And even if you don't have much experience in energy education, or if you aren't too comfortable with public speaking yet, this internship has been a great opportunity to grow in areas that you aren't so strong about, and also just to explore areas that you are passionate about. So let's say if you really want to create posters, or if you're interested in developing lessons for teaching kids, anything you're interested in, so you can apply that to the P.O.W.E.R program. I'm seeing a question on, is this only focused on energy saving? So does anyone want to take that one?
Yeah, so it's not just focused on energy saving, but energy alternatives and energy conservation. And they all kind of intertwine, but it's mostly just for like, instead of doing this, you can do this. And there's small changes that everyone can do just to create a better environment and create the best like possible choice for yourself as an individual. And we're gonna learn about like individuals and stuff you can do as an individual or as a community and things like that in the future. But for the main focus, it's telling kids what they can do individually. And that's so amazing because they are the future generation, just like us. So giving them the change of like individual power is actually gonna make a difference. So yeah, we kind of round on topics, but yes.
We also kind of like to bring in a focus on also like how energy savings impacts the environment. So last year since the theme was oceans of possibilities, we had speakers talking about the oceans and how carbon emissions impacts like marine life. So a lot of different ways you can integrate like energy usage and energy efficiency into other topics of environment if you're interested in not only environmental education, but just climate activism as a whole. Anyone have any last minute questions for the night? If not, well, make sure that if you're interested in the program, complete the online application. Um, yep, the link was just sent right in the chat. Is the application due by midnight? It is due, yeah, midnight, October 31st. So if you submit any time on that day, I believe it's a Monday. So any time on October 31st, you'll be good. You'll be considered. Eastern time, yeah, because everyone's based in Montgomery County, and you will hear back within a week. So after the week after the 31st, like the first meeting with the new students is gonna be on the 9th. So um, we really get the responses out quick. So fill out the application, check your emails, and yeah. If you have any questions, then you can always email me or Jeff or Larissa. I sent their emails out on the original email with this invitation. I'll also email everyone at the end of this, or I'll email everyone after who attended this meeting with the link to the application and our email addresses in case you want to ask us any questions. And yeah, we'll be sending out responses to everyone, so you'll know whether you're in or not.
I see a question too about how long till they can hear back, and I don't know if it was answered yet, but we're gonna try to turn these around within the week or two after the deadline closes so that we can get everyone invited to that first session.
As for how many people we're accepting, that really depends on how many people are applying, and what the reason will be for not getting accepted. We're not sure. We don't know how many people are going to be applying. We don't know what your applications are going to look like. It's different every single year. So last year and all the years before that, anyone who was interested could join since the program was small. This year, we've gotten a huge amount of interest. So we're super excited about that. And I think our maximum, like, of course, we're we're gonna try to make it manageable. So if like 100 people applied, that would be a bit of a difficult decision to narrow down. But I think our maximum would be about 30, but that honestly depends. We're not entirely sure yet. We'll just wait and see until all the applications come in, and then we'll get our numbers from there.
I see a question about what would be a reason for not getting accepted. Yeah, that's a great question. I think capacity would be one of the biggest reasons. So we would love to include as many people in this program as possible. And I think in order to facilitate the types of conversations and discussions, keeping a smaller group for being able to work together towards these presentations will probably be one of the limiting factors.
And just out of pure curiosity, since there's like so many of you, could you guys like type in the chat how you guys like found this program?
Thanks to everyone who's writing into the chat. Yeah, I see from parents, friends, siblings, teachers, counselors at school, through emails. Yeah, we're really excited that the word about the program reached you all and that you're here today to learn more about it. And we hope to include you in the program for this year. Email from a favorite teacher, I see. I hope that gets back to that teacher too, to let them know.
Just as a heads up, I'm going to stop screen sharing. So if you need to take a picture of the QR code or anything like that, now is the time to do so. I just can't see all the meeting controls when I'm screen sharing. So I will be stopping this share in about 10 seconds. So let me know if anyone needs more time to get all this down.
It's so interesting to see how many of you guys got this from like an email. I learned about this from an email, but it was a really like obscure email. So wow, it was kind of like, oh, that's so weird. Must have been a good email.
Yeah, Jose, people were drawn to the power of this program. They knew this was a place to be, a place to learn together, to meet friends. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight to learn about the program. Continue to share this with other friends you know who you think might be interested, might be excited to join the program. And we're excited to build it throughout this year with you.
Next week at this exact same time, we are also having an informational session. So if you know someone who wasn't able to join today, you can send a link to them. And next week, we're going to be talking about the same thing. So you don't have to join twice if you already joined today, but it would be a good, if someone happened to miss today and you know about that, then send them the link and they'll be able to learn more about the program. are there any final questions or any final things that any of our panelists want to mention?
I just want to say thank you again. And yes, our emails are in, or my email and Larissa's email are in the emails, I think that Caroline, I think that you sent out to everyone who joined and got the link tonight. So always feel free to follow up with specific questions through email too, if that's more comfortable, or if you think about another question after we close the session tonight. We'd love to hear from you, and yeah, I'd love to help answer any questions that you have.
Yeah, so if there aren't any more questions, again, you're free to email us if anything else comes up then. But yeah, if you don't have any questions and if there isn't anything else we want to talk about, I guess we can call the night. So thanks so much for coming, everyone. Super excited to hear more from you in the future. Night, everyone.
Good night. Have a nice night.